is a mental illness, my reason tells me. These guys in white coats are scumbags. He actually drugged me while I was sleeping. It's simply a lack of martial ethics. At this point, I'm wearing a striped sheet as an invisibility cloak. One foot is without socks and the other foot is wearing two socks. Stand on bench. Prick up your ears. Listen to the two nurses talking about recent supernatural events. I carefully looked at the people around me. After confirming safety, bury the jagged head inside the sheets. I hold a slipper in my right hand. He poked it with his left hand. Agent 001 sent to Earth requested to contact headquarters. Headquarters received it. Please reply. The big ball has been captured by the haunted house. We can take this opportunity to sneak attack from behind. Headquarters received it. Please reply. I haven't waited for an answer for a long time. Pull open a corner of the sheet. See no one notices me. Then he stuffed the communication tool back into his crotch. But I forgot the next direction. A solid step has been taken towards. Then I went to the disaster room and fell headfirst. By chance, I bumped into a rock. I don't know which mentally ill person shouted, "To go to the banquet. It's time to eat." Other mentally ill people followed and raised their hands above their heads. Circle me with joy. When I woke up again, I found myself lying in the ward. The sky outside the window is already dark. System is activated. Detect host's physical condition as severe mental illness. Whether to receive treatment. You are the one who is mentally ill. Your whole family is mentally ill. Go away, banana and jackfruit. Blocking me from absorbing the essence of the sun and moon. Host treatment failed. I'm sitting cross-legged on the hospital bed. When practicing the breathing method, there was the sound of water dripping outside the ward. I can't immerse myself wholeheartedly in cultivation. Prick up your ears and listen to what's going on outside the corridor. A bit like the sound of mopping the floor. The steps are very light. Who stays up all night mopping the floor outside? No, tomorrow is my duty day. Could it be that someone mistook the date? Clean the house for yourself. Ha ha ha, what a fool. Let me see which Dashaku is mopping the floor for me. I opened the small window on the door and looked out. Outside the dark corridor, only a figure can be seen through the moonlight. Walk slowly. The pace is very slow. Every time I walk through a ward, everyone will stop and take a look. This Dashaku cleans very carefully, craning his neck and watching. Finally, I waited until Dasha came to my door. I saw a pale and swollen face outside the door, wrinkled as if soaked in water for a long time. There is water dripping from the messy hair. I can barely tell it's a woman. Never seen it. It must be impressive to look so ugly. Are you new here? Well, I was thinking. There's another voice in my head. Tell me this is the woman who drowned. Extremely dangerous. It is strongly recommended that I close my eyes. At this moment, the woman moved her eyes mechanically. Look into my disgusting eyes. Danger, please close your eyes as soon as possible. I just listened to the voice in my head urging me even more urgently. Can I hear this? I pointed at the girl outside the window and cursed. Are you despising me when you stare at me? Do you look down on me? Don't look at you as a woman. When I go out and see you, I will beat you once. Still staring at me. My bad temper can't cure you, you ugly monster. At this time, Nuba suddenly grinned devilly. Moved his sight. There was a sound of metal falling outside the door. The originally loose wooden door opened with a creak. The female poster wears a white dress. Black water flowed all over the body. Seeing this, I raised one foot and took off my slippers. Just follow Nuba's face and hit it. I'm on duty tomorrow, you do it for me. Dark water all over the place. You deliberately create trouble for me to see if I can defeat you. The girl was beaten so that she could not move at all. I raised my right hand. Extend your index finger, pointing at Nuba's eyes, he said. I don't care if you're new here. You have to know some rules when you get here. I'll teach you a lesson now. Are you waiting for me to be unconvinced? The girl opened her mouth wide, and the corners of her mouth were torn apart, shredded meat and broken lotus root. A sharp cry came from the throat. It's obvious she's angry. I saw her open her bloody mouth, rush towards my head. The system adheres to the principle of strengthening the host, preparing a 1-minute energy burst for the host. Please forget about the host. I just feel hot on my hands. Hand-holding slippers. slapped the girl hard on the face. When the slippers touched the girl's face, sizzling barbecue sound. The force was so strong that the girl was slapped out of the ward. I walked out of the ward carrying my shoes. He turned around and looked at the black water all over the corridor. He said dissatisfiedly, "You ugly guy. Who called you?" Lift up the slippers and hit Nuba hard on her body. The female poster was beaten until she was shaking, hiding in the corner and not daring to move. I saw that black water was still flowing from the corner of the girl's skirt, pointing at the hem of the girl's skirt fiercely. NVBA subconsciously put away the hem of her skirt, not daring to drop another drop of water under my tameness. NVBA obediently follows my instructions. Clean the corridors that were stained by him, even at the risk of destroying it. Clean the door locks of other wards. The sound of cleaning woke up some mentally ill people. They said to me, "Chenjuo, does he listen to you? Can you let him wash my socks?" Chenjuo also washed my panties. When will he come next? I'll save some dirty clothes for him to wash. Washed and rinsed all night. It was almost dawn before NVBA finished the work I assigned her. After finishing her work, Nuba didn't dare to leave, standing beside my bed and gently pushing me while I was sleeping. I was extremely unhappy after being pushed awake. He said, "Are you blind? Didn't notice that I was sleeping?" The female poster pointed directly at the clean and tidy ground. Indicates that it's done. I yawned and took a perfunctory glance. "Did you say you will have a better memory this time?" The NVBA nodded and came once a week. "Look at the duty schedule with my name on it. Clean up the night before. Do you understand?" Nuba nodded again. I said with a look of disgust, "Get lost." Then I fell back and continued to sleep with my mouth open. The female student was afraid that I would regret it, and left the ward in a hurry. Before leaving, he closed the door. I was woken up by the nurse in the morning. When I opened my eyes, there was a circle of white coats standing in front of the hospital bed. There were also several security guards in blue uniforms, who looked at each other with, "It should be the newly transferred security guard. The clothes look weird without a stick in my hand." There is also a female security guard. Final purpose. The light fell on Dr. Iwan, who had given him the injection. My expression changed to a grin, and I sat up. The despicable guy sneaked up on me while I was sleeping. Don't talk about martial arts things in my head. Did you give it to me while I was sleeping? Beat it in, you despicable and dirty guy. Mental illness. Dean Lee Kingshan turned to look at the uniformed comrades and said, "Police comrade, you have also seen that he is a severely mentally ill person. He may not know either. The girl he beat yesterday was a girl." I suddenly realized. I should have thought of it. You can still go out and splash dirty water at night. You must have found me. You deliberately made my land dirty so that I could work for a day. Have you become so shameless? Staff member called police comrade. Look at each other. Didn't he say he didn't wake up? Then I saw a man with a beautiful face. The finely carved facial features are tied into a playful ponytail. There is no figure at all because of the uniform. Cover up the advantages. The policewoman gave a dry cough and went to take a small step back to avoid my hot gaze. Suddenly a voice came from my head. System scan for Zhang You's late-stage breast cancer, and caused by long-term inhalation of yin qi. The corners of my mouth raised. He pointed at the beauty's chest and said, "Those two balls in front of you are sick. Why didn't you go see a doctor earlier? It's too late now." Zhang You's face instantly turned red, and she scolded a gangster, and shyly hid behind colleagues. When I saw it, I immediately raised my voice, shouting, "I can help you treat Xiao Kikyu. Otherwise your little ball will be deflated." The dean said awkwardly that this was his situation. No one cares what a psycho says. A group of people left the ward in a mighty manner. Police outside the ward questioned the director, said that he only eats and sleeps every day. What will they do? The dean picked his head, said that he likes to think of himself as an expert in the world. If you have nothing to do, just sit under the sun and practice. I even suffered from heat stroke because of this. I haven't seen him practicing during the day in the past few weeks. Always holding slippers to contact aliens. Last month, the hospital organized a viewing of an alien movie. It must have been the movie that inspired him. After a while, I finished washing. Make a meal and sit in your own seat. Just when I was about to start, the voice in my head interrupted me. Congratulations to the host for successfully taming a girl. The system rewards the lottery once. Due to the host's mental disorder, the lottery system automatically draws for you Oxydagarba exorcism charm. A painting of people sitting side by side. The sudden mechanical sound in my mind. I was so scared that a piece of meat on my chopsticks fell to the ground. At the same time, a yellow talisman appeared out of thin air in my hand. I picked up the Jizo exorcism talisman and played with it twice. Bend down and pick up the pieces of meat on the ground. Wipe the meat with an exorcism charm. The piece of meat was thrown into the mouth. The exorcism charm turned into a ball, without attracting attention. Throw it under the table next door. Continue to eat as if nothing has happened. If the system can speak at this time, you should say that it's no wonder it's a sunny day today. It turns out you were the one who made me speechless. Night will soon fall, and I went to bed early today. But near midnight, I suddenly woke up. After I woke up, I sat cross-legged on the hospital bed. Place your hands, palms up, at your knees. Every breath is very regular. The clock on the wall reached 12 o'clock exactly. Suddenly, there was a system alarm sound in my mind. Warning, warning, system detects approaching danger. I look indifferent and enigmatic. Talking to myself, you are finally here. At this time, the exorcist policeman in front of the monitor looked surprised. I saw the figures on the surveillance camera. One male and one female. The girl is the one who came last night, right? The man has a pale and swollen face. Mossy face. All electronic devices exploded wherever they went. Soon I walked to the door of the ward where I was sitting. The man pulled out his palm and the whole door collapsed inward. Sitting cross-legged, I sighed deeply. He said with a smile that you are finally here. The headquarters came to take me back. After 3 seconds, I said with a blinded face, how could it be you? Where is my alien companion?